I am going to be replacing are these bolts. They are the Allen head bolts, and they are my least favorite. So what I had done is I had gotten the thread pitch, I had went to Ace, and I scored myself some new bolts. So these are going to be thrown in there here soon, as soon as I get this bolt out, because this one's freaking stripped. So go figure. All right, so it is a few hours later here in the garage, and upper and lower intake plenums are removed. I tried to essentially clean these valve covers as best I could. I didn't get the inside. I'm a little OCD on stuff like this, so I'm trying not to think about it too much. I know just getting it cleaner than what it was is miles ahead, but I'm gonna, wipe down this stuff, vacuum it out. I'm not really gonna get down to scrubbing stuff and messing much deeper than this. This is kind of the lay of the land and what the plan is moving forward. So for these injectors, these are stock HR injectors. I'm probably just gonna get these cleaned. I'm not gonna do anything special. I'm not gonna swap them out. I know a lot of people like to swap them to GTR injectors or bigger injectors for that matter. But since I don't really foresee going much higher in power anytime soon, just trying to keep strict reliability in the car, I think that for any purposes of a retune or anything like that, stock injectors will be sufficient. So I think I'm going to stick with them. Like I said, I'm just going to clean them up. As far as the upper manifold, I don't need this anymore. This is the stock upper manifold that came on the car. Thankfully, through the grace of my friend Cody, he actually scored a Z1 ported upper manifold for an HR I got for $80. So he picked that up for me. I'm going to swap that out. For this one, I'm going to swap over the gaskets, and these gaskets are still good as well. And then as far as the lower, this is where I'm going to get into the fun. This is where I'm going to be porting the lower. So I'm going to get some carbide bits, and I'm just going to go down each port and essentially just clean it up. Clean up some of the rough edges around here. Clean up, the gunk that's been caked up on these runners for a while now. As you can see, possibly you can see kind of the stuff caked up on the walls itself. So I'm gonna address all of that. All right, so into the workshop. It's mainly been on the front portion of the vehicle. It won't seem like a lot, but I have very limited hours in this, and I basically just try to crank out as much as I can. Anyway, so RiseFab is on. It is on both sides. The whole kit as of right now is just hand tight. I got some paint markers that before I tighten everything down, I want to go through, so there's no questions. But yeah, so RiseFab is on both sides, and additionally sprayed the wheel well with Rust-Oleum undercoat. I was going to use truck bed liner, but I just felt like that would be overkill. I just want like a clean, nice little fresh area. I wire wheeled the whole area down. My main concern is rust. I'm in Florida, so the chances of that is very low. But with a car like this that's constantly going everywhere, a car that lives outside, a car that's constantly cut up, I just want to do as much preventative maintenance as possible. This is a VHR upper manifold that has been ported by Z1, as you'll see right here. And then I had also bought a stock VHR lower manifold, and I had hand ported that myself. It's not the best. It's definitely amateur. It's definitely the first time somebody porting and polishing something, but it'll get me by. It'll work. But I did new test pipes. There you go. You can kind of see. The main reason was on the right side I had a real nice crack, and I happened to notice that. Probably replacing a missing bolt on my test pipes, because I always lose the bolts that go to the header. I guess what I'll do next is I'll fire this thing up. I'll see if it even fires up. I'll hook up the battery, and I just want to make sure that the car at least idles. I'm suspecting that I'm going to need to do a throttle relearn since I unplugged everything, but I did unplug the negative before then. I don't know. We'll figure that out. All right, no smoke, no misfires. I think we're doing good so far. This car's been a trooper, and it's time that it gets, you know, maintenance like this. So yeah, let's see what happens.
When I be lazy, they were fucking loud.